better, if not more hits. Good stuff. Well, hi, Olio.
Good to see you.
Okay, so she's gonna end up going on a quest to
Greetings,
find out
friend.
more about a lot then, and I'm gonna have to go either help or rescue her. 5 subs says so. I'm making that bet. I will give 5 subs if she doesn't end up running off somewhere in order to trying to find out more about a lot's past or something like that.
What can I do for you?
Need those. Okay. How much silver do I have on me? 80. That's fine. Did not mean to hit that button, but oh well.
Is there something
Yeah,
you
I don't
need?
really need anything from him. I... I want to get some Hackmanite armor made, which means a trip to Levant. Okay. And how's everybody been today, by the way? Alex has gotten a convert. Clockwork is surprised that I'm here. And I forgot to do something very obvious. Oh, that. Fix. Yeet. Yeah, you're right, Alex. Impact resistance is just good. Bap. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take those. We're gonna sell those off at the Giants on our way past. A little bit of silver never hurt anybody. Wow, I'm gonna do that a couple times this session, aren't I? I don't remember if there's anything unique that the Giants can make for me. I don't need to pick up travel rations or anything like that, so we should be good. Oh yeah, that's that garishly blue armor set. I remember that now. Ah, what color's the legacy variant? Okay, that's a little bit better. Is it still bright blue though? Like bright blue with red and gold? I understand.
Hello, my friend.
That happens to everybody, buddy. Don't you worry about it. See, I about stumbled over my words there too. So blue. Their halberds look really good too, but I've moved on from halberds. Not really. Wait a second.
Hello, my friend.
Okay, so that just immediately opens up his crafting menu. He doesn't have anything that he can craft.
A human in my village? What you want? You listen, human. Off with you.
Puny who, man? I didn't come on here with a particular plan or anything like that. And there have been no changes to my model this weekend. Though that may change. Bandits. Of course. Going blessed. Hey buddy, how do you feel about lightning? Now. Do your thing. Yeah. Bzzzt. I don't have the ability to imbue wind on any of my stuff right now. I'm sorry, Iris. I just sort of hopped in. That's my bee. I just got in the mood. I wanted to do more outward adventure. You have collected many beans. You are correct. Your beans collecting smaller beans. It's food beans versus people beans. Currency beans. Toe beans. My little cats have been very affectionate today, too. Maybe a little. Do 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 do. Uh-huh. I see that shiny. Palladium, don't need it. Cool. That's nice of your clockwork. I would play Outward on PS4, but I got to my computer and I got to show my beans how it's going. Yee. Ugh. Come on. Let's see. Birds are real, and I am a believer of birds. You can't change my mind. Platypuses are an inside job. There you go, Clockwork. I hope you like that redeem. Good. Let's see. I kind of want access to that legacy chest. I don't really have anything to drop in it, though. It's not right now. No. Come on. Tiny incline, let's go. Yeah. More bandits. There's so many bandits in Emmercar. Making banditos. Yeah, that'll be fine. Hey you, friend or foe? Basic bandits are no object now. Which is good. I'd be kind of disappointed in myself if they were a problem. Yum, yum. Okay, Levant, 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 Levant. Where do I want to hit? Why? No. Gotta keep cool in the desert. Also, I feel like there's a whole bunch of hidden history just buried underneath the entirety of Aurai, because that thing couldn't have even been buried in a mountain over the past 100 years. That's what happened before a lot. I need like an Aurai history book. Well, the main plan in Abrasar is I'm wanting to make some Hackmanite armor. And there is a quest I was curious about. I remember Pidgeot E. And I want to see if he's got anything neat. It's gonna electrocute me? Oh. Hello, Kellenton. Welcome and thank you for the hydrate. Welcome, welcome, friend. I did. T for take all. Mm-hmm. It's okay. There he is. Okay, focus. Rage. We are going to Cool Boon, Infuse Frost, and I think that should be okay. We'll use a Fire Sigil to give us a little bit more of a boost. Need some jerky. Drop this here. Manticores suck. Boo. Manticores suck. Boo. Change it. I take it back. Manticores still suck, actually. Boo. Boo. Don't you do it. Come on. Right here. I am delicious. Come on. Bow. Bow. Okay. You're burning. That's hurt. Now, that's poison. Pep. But it doesn't matter. Easy peasy. That Manticore horn will sell for Manticore spine. Something. It'll sell for good in Levant. Meanwhile, you... Really? I figured the Levantine markup would take care of itself. Sure. One moment, I think one of my kitty cats is actually snuck in here. Really? Okay. Hi, Lily Bean. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, Lily Bean. How did RE8 go earlier today? Yes, Iris. You're Iris Bean. This is Lily Bean. Alex Bean. Clockwork Bean. Callington Bean. Too spoopy. I stayed to watch as much as I could, but I didn't want to spoil myself on it. I kind of want to get RE8 and stream it.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. What's in here? Vroid is its own cup of tea. It has its own problems and weirdness and stuff. So, I could see it taking that long to make a bow. But that's fine. That's good. I'm gonna do a quick adjustment. Oh, please do. Maybe I'll wear a bow one time. I'm kind of thinking about doing some, maybe holiday themed stuff. Ooh, it's got little bats and stuff on it too. That's pretty rad, Lily Bean. I like that. I like that a lot. It's cute as hell. A happy mistake. It certainly worked out, no doubt. What part of RE8 did you make it to? Yes. Yes, I do, Lily Bean. I'm pretty sure people will like that. Fair enough.
How? This is troubling.
Cold stone. I'll have to see about that repeatable quest too. Shrimps. Give me all of your monies. Actually, I'm gonna need a little bit of that. Thanks for stopping by either way, Lily Bean. It's always a pleasure to see you. I didn't really plan to go on stream today, but hey, Outward is fun. It's fun talking to folks. Thank you. Now, the guy that I'm looking for is on top of all this stuff.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, give me that. Yeah, sure, give me that too. Sure. I like learning new things. Boosh.
You look like you've been around. Spare a few silver, mate? Thanks a bunch.
ASMR. Homeless guy whispers in your ear.
You look like you've been. Thanks a bunch. All right.
And I see people over here.
You look like you've been. I'm grateful.
I don't know.
You look like you've been. Thanks a bunch. You've really helped us out. I'd like to return the favor to you. It's mostly weapons and stuff like that, left in the shipment. Feel free to help yourself. I see it all from up here. The good, the bad. The Levant dream is barely holding together.
Me too. I feel sleepy. But I suppose that's just us catching up with our necessary sleeps and stuff too. I can always use a little bit more sleep, I feel. You could maybe take a nap. Set an alarm. Really convince yourself to get out when it goes off. I gotta figure out where the merchant is as well. Right down there, I guess. Yep.
You touch it, you buy it.
It's a fine price. Walls have ears and the guards have spears. It's a good one.
Give me a hand, will you? Thanks.
$14. Woo. Thank you, Lily Bean. Sorry, I got a little caught off guard by how expensive this all is. But also, that hat looks cool. Yeah, take these two garbage things. Also that.
You touch touch it, you buy it.
Rude.
Right. See you. Listen up.
Uh-huh. This is my favorite hat, though. I imagine it's also very sharp. Super sharp. It can take a weapon strike. I'm pretty sure it's sharp as hell. Give me your armor. I like it better if it was red and black. That's a cool color combination. I want it from that guy, but I can't murder civilians. Unless...
Yes, this worries me. Hey, take care.
You travel ration, otherwise the dude will just die.
Can I help? This worries me.
Buy something, travel ration, give me 5. Also, there's healing potions. Silver I got, 5.
Can I help you? This worries me.
Buy something, give me all your gold. Okay. Red and black is probably my favorite combo for stuff like that. It will be colder outside because it is a desert, and it gets cold in the desert when it is nighttime. So... come on. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Roll. We should be fine, actually. Now, do I have any guidance on where this dude is? Lost in the desert. Merchant lost in the desert. Random merchant lost in the desert. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. I'm gonna assume if it means desert, it's probably the dunes out there. Discord. Alright. I guess we're just gonna wander around. We will get to the top of that rock, look out over it. I'll probably hit the walled garden, because if I was starving and looking for water or food, I would probably try and find or go to a spot on my map marked as a walled garden to try and find food and or water. That might be a good place to start at. He would probably avoid that because he'd see the manticore, and there are sharks and stuff down through there. He'd probably avoid this section because there's nothing there, and if he doesn't have the travel rations to get through it, then he would probably just die anyway. So he could be down through here. But then there's the hive right there. So if he's wandering away trying to find food or water and avoid most threats, he would come up from here, maybe avoid the sharks, come past Stone Titan, starts to have trouble, go to the walled garden, maybe? So I'll retrace that route. And yeah, those are super obvious. There's no reason he'd go there. I suppose he could have got drugged there. It does beg the question of why he wouldn't just salvage cactus fruit. I'd probably be kind of mad, honestly. But you know, whatever. You do you, man, but I'm definitely not coming out into the desert to save your ass again. Oh, wait. No, that's a... No. That's not the dead guy I'm looking for. Oh, hey, buddy. Bads are good, Lily. Alright. It's a good idea, Lily. I hope you have a good bath. Relax some. Beast golem. Hey, stop it. Quit it. Bad dog. Bad. Okay. Eh. Bad. Alright, so I'll clear out the walled garden real quick, and then we'll start along that path I was thinking about. Certainly not gonna do any hiding, though. Hey, look at me. How are you doing, buddy?
Here, a gift. Here, a gift.
Elite Desert Tunic. Right. Easy peasy. And now back to Levant. I see Glitch Kittens on my little post on Twitter, too. Yee. Yep. And also, Bean, you need to get yourself a warm boon. Or a cool boon? No, warm boon.
You touch it, you buy it. Huh. All right, you've earned this. You touch it, you... Oh. You touch it, you buy it.
Me. You That's not heavy armor. I want that.
How can I help? This is troubling.
Listen. Oh, boy. All right.
Okay,
All
now
right.
for the whole reason I came here.
Want to buy something?
I don't know what they look like either. 5 Hackmanite gems, which is basically what I have. 6. I don't suppose you can find Hackmanite, can you? and like shops and stuff. Let's check the alchemist. And I'll check the general shop.
How?
Hey, buddy.
This is troubling.
Did you sell this incredibly rare gem? It's gonna be a no. Let's see. 220, 21, 30, 30. Well, not really, Alex, because I don't know what either the SAR set or the Tenebris look like, but the Hackmanite gems describe it as being something meant for like mages and spellblades and stuff like that, or at least mages. Let me check again. Wizardly robes. And I'm kind of a spellblade, so I kind of want that. But I'm also going to look up what it looks like right now. Fashion Souls. Do you have a particular armor set you can think of, Alex, that I might like? Crimson Plate. Really? Why is that? Is it like gender locked or something like that? Or did I already pass up like a quest for it? Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, and this is the first playthrough I've ever made. I haven't even heard anything about enchanting, so... Ba 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 ba. Thank you, Clockwork. Also, thank you, Bean. No, wait. Why did I say that? Bean, save Sierzo. I blame it on being a little bit sleepy. I'm hungry. Moogle. Well, I'm streaming right now. I'll do it after I'm done streaming. I don't want to leave you guys just to sit here and watch nothing. That'd be lame. Okay. Well, I'm thinking about the armor set. There is something I kind of wanted to check out. It may be too late, so I'm gonna have to sleep some. There's a dude at a door.
What now?
Alright. Plant tent. Best tent. So, Alex, based on the fact that I really like this set, what would you think I would... What's an armor set that you think would be pretty decent? I don't care if it's heavy armor or not. I'm gonna stop yawning. Yum, yum. You too, Clockwork. Throw out some ideas. That's fair. I don't know. I'll give it some thinking. Most of the armor that I've come across has been very utilitarian. So I'd like to have something a little bit more cool. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Get my backpack back. You don't go anywhere. I saw that pretty much every heavy helmet, it's just like a solid minus 40 or 60%. Everything. Mana cost. Big bad, don't want. Like being able to cast my little spells. Zap. And whatnot. Okay, buddy, no, it's not time. How about now?
What now?
It's nice. I think the armors that I started with was dark plate and yeah, I've already been here. I think the half plate was the first armor that I got. Then I upgraded to dark plate and the elite plate armor. And then when I got to Levant, I switched to the Entomber set. So I want something that isn't either of those. City of Monsoon and the Hallowed Marsh. I guess it's time to go back and do plot anyway too. So We gonna do plot. Like I said, I will bet anybody like a solid 5 gifted subs if when I go back and we talk, this Oliara, the girl with the glowing sword, the protag lady, who clearly looks like the protagonist of this story, who has, in fact, also also been having some of her limbs replaced with pure light. I bet she's gonna go somewhere to try and figure out more about a lot and get in trouble.
Yes.
This worries me.
That's my bet. Screw it, I'm keeping that tunic. And see, I can switch out pretty much any element that I need to. Because I have the infuse element, and I have the one for ethereal, have the one for lightning, have the one for cool, and this will let me well, that's infuse frost. Actually, I thought that was different. Wait a second. Okay, I was thinking differently. I can throw any element. I cannot enchant with any element. Mm-hmm. I understand that now. I remember that when I was selecting them too, but forgive me, CP. Mm-hmm. I wonder if there is an infused ethereal. There's probably an infused decay too. Fair. Ethereal is one of those abilities that pretty much renders. Huh. That's good to know. Ethereal would make early game enemies kind of a joke, wouldn't it? At least I think so. Oh no, it's Bug Team 1. Ethereal Varnish. I think I've made that before. Yeah, Spiritual Varnish. I know what you're talking about. Because you get it whenever you go into Ghost Pass. They're like, hey, wink, 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 wink. You're gonna need these because there's ghosts in here. And they will ghost you up if you do not have a way to deal with ghosts. Given that is in the first zone, you don't have much of a way to deal with ghosts. Usually. Drink. We will probably have time to go to Monsoon, figure out what they want me to do, get there, because I'm probably only going to sleep for about 2 hours. Because I do need to take a break, otherwise I'll burn myself out eventually. Meow, meow. Though to be honest, this is quite enjoyable. I do need to do a collab with Poor Clockwork too, because I did see your suggestion, Clockwork. I've seen all of them, but he left a suggestion. One of them says, got a cold. Runic set? I'll take a look at it. I know where that set's at, too. Let's see. One of the first suggestions from Mr. Clockwork. Joint streams. 200 beans high five. I can't move my hands yet, otherwise I would do that one. Issues. And the next one is joint streams with me.
Greetings, friend.
I do like the Entomber set. There's a couple ways we could get that set up. It's not too awful bad, especially if you don't really want to do like the little talking PNG thing. I don't really have a PNG right now, so can't really do that. Oh, whoops. Heck. Alright. Yeah, but how does the runic armor look? Does it look cool? Because I'll run around naked before I look like a basic bandit again. That's a wild disparity. The armor looks okay. The helmet is a mistake. Now I've got some money to burn. Let's go look at a weird helmet. Oh yeah, out of curiosity, would you guys be interested in seeing me stream For Honor whenever I play it with Bendy? We've recently picked up For Honor and Mordhau as a sort of smash 'em up game. I have to see it now. This is literally just going to be me throwing money at this, but I want to see it. I think I remember you hate the griffin, don't you, Clockwork? I remember us talking about that at one point on stream. The griffin as well as some other things. The griffin gets like a free heavy on something he does that is hard to contest because I know you can get a free heavy off of a guard break. And just hate it in general.
Hey there.
Give me your finest. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Your finest runic helmet. Been saving up, Iris? Oh man. Oh man. That helmet though. I feel like Solaire would probably like it. It's perfectly fine, Iris. I can't wait to see what you come up with. That helmet's awful. Truly a mistake, Alex.
Hey there.
Put my damn hat back
Hey
on.
there.
That's all kinds of beans. Oh,
How can I help you?
I have like one Sar Stone. Drugs.
Hi.
That's actually not bad. Only 15% mana cost. I don't really like the style, but we'll see. I didn't expect him to give me a craftable armor piece. But if it works, it works. I don't know how that dude got here from Cierzo. truly a Chad. On the road again. Yeah, the one Star Stone that I've ever found. Wow. Is that because there are only a certain amount of Star Stones available, or is it just way easier? Oh, hey, this dude respawned. Probably me. Clockwork will rush forward and die just to scare the rest of us. I also remember I did see Callington get swatted around by both the Golden Lich and that golem that we fight. That's not enough for an armor set. If it's like the other armor sets, it's 5 per, for the chest piece. Bandits. Oh, so it only takes a single Star Stone to make a piece of the armor? Ugh. That is a lot. That is a lot. There's too many. Does the SAR armor have a legacy chest upgrade, out of curiosity? Bandits, 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 bandits. Ow. How dare you? Give me your beef jerky. Infinite Sarstone. Okay, so obligatory. Is it even worth it to get the SAR armor? And also, congratulations, Bean. Heck those bandits. Ba 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 ba. That's the captain. That's why he's so much of a pain in the ass. Yeah, you do your thing. You do your thing. I'm not putting the shield down. Fuck's sake. Phew. Especially early game, Bean. Those fights, especially with bandits, are no joke. It's good work. Look at that. Trog filtration. Did Clockwork join you with his Trog character, Bean? Oh. Observe. National Geographic voice. As as a phytosaur fights for its life against some intruding hunter. Majestic. Huh. There they go. Off on adventures. Wish I had a pair of binoculars. I can't tell who's winning. Come here. Bap. Yeah. Hit back. No. Ouch. I didn't know console had gone so long without an update. But that does beg the question of why they're not updating the console too. That's possible. Um, Back to Sierra we go. A victorious conquering hero.
Is there something you need?
Well, listen well.
Tribes of Sirocco want to migrate most of their population to the Hallowed Marsh. Volcanic eruptions have put their primary settlement, Caldera, in grave danger. They are demanding that we give up half our land so we can settle here.
Obviously, we would like to come to a fair arrangement, but Sirocco is being highly aggressive.
So, let me get this straight then. Sirocco is being like, hey, we need to leave. We don't want to live in Caldera anymore. Give us half your land. We want to live there now. 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 I don't feel like that's a good idea. No. Mm-mm.
I've already sent Zephyrian and Oliel to Berg. Could you help us?
Yeah, sure.
Is there something
That's
you
fair.
need?
But most folks would probably not try and provoke a war in order to try and evacuate that natural disaster. I feel like that is piling on issues more than fixing them. Makes sense. So we are off to Berg. What's the current uptime? Should be plenty of time. Do 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 do. Plenty of time. Travel rations. How many days did it take to travel in between regions? Is it just 3?
Greetings, friend.
Fair enough. It's good to know. 2 to 3 days travel back and forth. Some bread. Okay. Let's see. Ah. Quit it. Meh. Bandits, 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 bandits. Always bandits. It's a bandit with an axe. It's a bandit with a warhammer. It's a marsh captain. Be all like, I have a war bow and or a recurve bow. I'm actually going to do noticeable damage to you. Banditos. It's a nice hat. Night night, Clockwork. Get some sleep, okay? Sleep well, friend. You better sleep this time, too. It's because that runic helm is garbage. That's a terrible design. That's a Mardi Gras mask. It provides no defensive capabilities. Looks dumb. What's it look like? Scarab mask. I think that has to do with something like a festival in Levant, doesn't it? Yee. You can find masks for like a stag and other things too. Mm-hmm. Fat. Technically. I'm guessing that it doesn't have terribly good defense then. Yeah? I haven't paid attention to much of the stats on those masks. I wonder what kind of trouble we're going to get into in Berg. I'm sure it'll be completely not our fault. Maybe Oliel's. Definitely not ours. That's cool. Okay, so that's supposed to be in the blue chamber meeting place, which is in the center of town.
Thank you for your aid.
Something wrong?
Well, looky here. Huh?
This worries me.
Mercenaries from Avant used a bomb to blow their way into the blue chamber from the archives room below. Below the water?
They took hostages
Okay.
and killed an ambassador
Oh wait,
in
I'm
front
dumb.
of everyone. gets worse. Just before the
The
explosion
explosion
happened,
happened.
Zephyrian ran off.
Said something about hearing that Sirocco's Chamber Lord had been kidnapped. He's been missing for 3 days.
I know. I was going to go back myself, but someone needs to look for Zephyrian. Can I ask you to go look for him? I think I heard
Bugman
Zephyrian
in the
say
south.
something about bugmen. Farewell, my friend.
Missing in the far southeast. Pretty sure I know where he's at. But I will ask at the end too. Can I get... Nope, I am not allowed in there. Bugman, Bugman. I know the things that make those giant hives like to do some really questionable stuff to people, so it's an easy sell. Wonderful.
What? How dare you?
Yo.
Oh, no. Come on.
Remember this.
Oh, no.
Well. It's a bit of a pickle.
How are you? Hey, listen to this.
Information about a particular bandit group. Forest Hive to the south. Hive lords are no joke in a straight fight. Okay. You say that, so I'm assuming that means I've got to pretty much go as fast as I can.
Hey there.
And I can't lose.
How can I help you?
We go get Zephyrian. Give me that.
Want to buy something?
I do. That. Turnips. Azure! Welcome, Azure Bean. It's going pretty good so far. We're on adventures. And we're on some timed adventures, too. I think something bad's going to happen if I don't get all of these done. Burnt outpost in this zone after getting Zephyrian. Okay. I don't know where the burnt outpost is, but... let's see. Hive. Burnt outpost, I'm guessing. The bandit camp here. Or maybe one of these. Either way, I should be able to head back to Abrasar pretty quickly. Walking. As the return to monsoon. Okay. So, if it's near the burning tree, then it is that bandit outpost that is near the burning tree. Yes? 3. I've got all 3. Bits audio? Should still be there. Let's see. Yeah, sound alerts is still running. It is component 1, so it should be probably above the chat window if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to hit these, and then we're going to hit the bandit camp. You might have to reload Twitch as you're being. Because Bean just redeemed like a Moogle sound like 30-ish minutes ago with channel points. So it's working. Yeah, alright. Thought that might work. Great. Alright, come on, buddy. Aw. Thank you very much, Butterfly Bean. Thank you for the little bitties. I appreciate you. I figured you would probably be playing RE8. Or are you going to save that for your stream? Bitty 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 bits. Cool. Okay. That is a hive lord. Why are you here, buddy? Whoa. Could you not? Whoa. Alright, alright. That's terrifying, Alex. Okay, southeast. Burning trees to my right. We need to head a little bit more west. Vigil pylon, vigil pylon. Cool. Now the question is which hive is he in? Just gotta go quickly as I can get. Here, there, everywhere. No. Okay. Can I get there? Alex, I can't get there, but that's where he's at, isn't it? That's where I have to go to find him, isn't it? Okay. I kind of figured I was going to try and comb the outside of both hives before I were to go inside, but if he's on the inside, then we are going to dive in. I don't usually ask for tips like that, but okay, easy peasy. Hey, buddy, come on. Come on, you big nerd. What's about it? Let me ask you a question.
Damn it! I can barely see your face.
What happened? It was a trap like I thought. There weren't any hostages, just a bunch of guys with swords. As the fight began, something hit me in the back, blasted right through my armor. Sounded like one of Levant's firearms.
Whatever I was hit with is paralyzing me. I can barely move.
Great, that is corruption. Apparently.
Oh no. Come on.
The light itself is crumbling away. That's...
Lad, damn it all. What in the lat's name did that bastard woman hit me with? I don't know who she was. I could tell it was a woman with a shield, but she ran away too fast. You have to report this. Someone's making a move on the holy mission.
That sucks.
No. There's no hope for me. I'm a dead man either way. Lad, let me go. If you can't save me, don't waste your energy. Just make it quick.
Damn. Okay. That's dark, and that's actually really sad. Shit. I don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, he was like a... Whatever she hit him with was... bad, because he was like one of Elot's champions, wasn't he? That means that he's... Elot can only make 2 of them. And he has the literal power of a god. So that means that whatever she hit him with was heavy. Well, of course, corruption is bad, but Elot can stop the corruption. Just like he did with Oliel. Whatever that woman shot him with was something either worse or a stronger version of it. Like, if she were to shoot a normal human with that, it would probably just immediately kill them. Like a nick would immediately kill them, and that's spoopy. The secondary thing, too, is why didn't these things attack the ambushers? Ow. Alright, we don't have time. Easy way up, easy way up, easy way up. That is a... camp. Old hunter's cabin? Okay, let's go a quick look-see in this. I will axe the crap out of anything that's in here. Come on. Jerky, jerky, jerky. Meat, meat. Cool. I'm taking this. Give me that. I don't need either of those, actually. I don't know what the heck that thing is, but it looks really dangerous. No questions, only Angie axe swinging. We're past the questions part. Now is the time for Angie. Okay. Decent way to get up there. I should be able to just get up that little incline. Or better yet. So, Alex, you mentioned that stuff about the birding tree and whatnot. Is there anything that I might have missed that would have led me towards it? It is southeast of the burning tree. Southwest. Southwest tree, southwest tree. I don't have time for you. Do it. Do the thing. Okay. Flamethrower, please. Thank you. Yeet. I don't have time for you. Rather, I don't have time to risk the fight with you. They are. I think it's mostly because they use the same sort of attack. I'm not doing that. So we're just on Eleanor right now. Zephyrian is dead. That means a lot's down to champion. Read. Our Lord has made his move. Deal with the old Levant problems swiftly. Keep attention on Enmerkar for as long as possible. The less people watching the boss, the better, and maybe soon we'll be calling him Your Majesty. That's suspicious. Keep this information away from the snake. Her loyalties may not align with ours. Do not take any chances just because she was involved in this operation. I doubt she would approve if she realized our Lord was responsible for Prince Jaden's murder. Send word to keep an eye on the Levant slums back home. I worry that some of the people there know what we're using the smuggling tunnel for. Crack down on any known information peddlers. Pigeon Eye. Alright. Wood. Campfire kit. Been here for a while. Firestone. Okay. You guys hang out right there for a second. Rag. Yeah, sure, gimme.
You have my
Thank you for
deepest
saving me.
gratitude.
Sorry about your letters and your debt. I'm glad I can still count on you.
You're
Nuts.
not a fragile flower, you know.
Okay.
Thanks a bunch.
Blue chamber and hold me here in a sec. Alright. Cool. That's useful. That makes sense, too. Alright. So, now we are going to try and find the priest, who is almost certainly not an actual priest. So, Hive Lord with that guy's voice, holding a cup of coffee. Do you need a little bit of a drink in the morning? Okay, I need a drink, actually. Ooh. With caffeine withdrawal jitters. Phew. Okay, so we know that there's something going on in the slums. They're talking about information brokers. Pigeon Eye is going to be Pigeon Eye. Pigeon Eye. He's going to be an information broker just from the way he was doing things. He sees everything in Levant, air quotes. So we're going to Abrasar. We need to find Mr. Priestman. If I can't see the creatures in the hives being involved in this, but that might be a place to try and find a clue about them. Slums. Okay, we'll head to slums first. There's no reason for us to dawdle there. I have enough travel rations. 3. I need one more in order to travel to Abrasar, but that's fine. I don't have any timers, Alex, so I'm treating this as if this is a very, very time-sensitive sort of thing. Yeet. Which is cool, in my opinion, honestly. I like that there's a chance for things to just go wrong. Vigil Stone. Easier to go by the way of the stone. Oh, wow. It's almost as if they mean for it to actually have a sense of urgency compared to some other games' main quests and things along those lines. Hey, buddy, you just stay right there. I guess that's not happening, huh? Something is wrong. I cannot block. Is my shield broken? No. Wow. I can't block. Let's see. There we go. Hey, Bendy, welcome. Thank you for the bits. Well, welcome home, Bendy. I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing, Alex. Here. Okay. Slums. What time is it, actually? Because I just felt my stomach grumble. Bleh. Hungry. Not my turn, Mip. Moogle sound. Hee. I like the Moogle sound. So what have you been up to, Bendy? Ooh. That's pretty neat. Yep, there's fish in the oasis. Why, Alex? Alley-oop. The slums. The note that we picked up in the burning outpost mentioned a info giver in the slums, which I'm gonna guess is Pigeon Eye. That's another hive tyrant. They're not out this far normally. That's... They're way too far out. Ah, it could be. I kind of got that from Zephyrian being ambushed inside one of their hives. It doesn't make any sense as to why they would allow that if they're completely hostile to all life. Which it does seem like they are at first blush, but they wouldn't really make any distinction between Zephyrian and the conspirators, I suppose. So, with that in mind, the hive is right there. We're going to hit the slums, and then I'm probably going to hit the hive. That's a good bit of storytelling. I vastly approve. That is a very good bit of storytelling. Storytelling? Storytelling. It doesn't have to be dramatic. That sort of thing is the sort of storytelling that I like to use during my own D&D campaigns. Things changing. You've seen something one way, but whenever you go down another way, or you go down another path after you've done something, you see something, wait, that's a little bit different. Wait, that wasn't there before. Why is that there now? No, he's been there. Okay, Bean, go for it.
I see it all from up here. The good, the bad. The Levant dream is barely holding together.
Information brokers. Okay, not him. What about you?
You touch it. You give me a hand, will you?
A note. Of course, it'd be a literal needle in a haystack.
Right. See you. Listen up.
That's a book. That's a grave. Oh. Barrelman, do you have any information?
Greetings, friend. Can you lend me a hand? Farewell, my friend.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that it was within living memory, though. That makes sense. Because a lot of the things that I see around here in my head is like, there's no way these things have been here. And it's just been like 100 years. Oh, it's just that.
What can I do for you?
No, it's okay, Alex. It makes sense, especially with the condition of the statues in general. This is the last delivery for a while, Pigeon Eye. The Baron is muscling us out of the smuggler's tunnel. He's moving loads of weapons and personnel in and out frequently. I don't know who he's working for, but he's got the Levant City guards on his side now. I overheard one of the guards say something about a reporting to his boss in the Hive prison, that the Corsairs sometimes use for interrogations. I'm not sure if he knows who uses that place or not. Either way, it's serious signs of trouble coming. Okay, updated Hive prison. Get away. That was the wrong exit. The way outside of Levant's the one behind the rogue trainer. I forgot. Also, since you said that about the fight in Tales of Xillia, Bendy, I've been trying to imagine a fight in Outward that would last 42 whole minutes. And, wow. I don't... it would have to be with something like... You kept wanting me to go find a dragon. You know how much HP I have, Bendy? I have 110. Okay, hive over there. Okay, here's a fun little experiment. 6,000 HP. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to meet it. What's your HP? That's a question for everybody in chat. What's your total HP? Yep. Damn, turd. Both with and without. No, not Xillia. What's your HP IRL, Bendy? You just have 1 HP? Why only 1 hit point? And you have 110 hit points. Talk about a glass cannon, though. Okay. That's a pretty respectable health pool. Alright. Beans sporting a basic D&D commoner's worth of HP. Understood. Bendy is a leaf on the wind, but the leaf is made out of like atom thick. Oh, Bendy is a leaf made out of that substance in Revengeance that they make their swords out of. It's just a super hyper vibrating. Clockwork's asleep, so his HP is automatically 0. Bzzz. Have you met Horatius, Alex? Okay. Don't you start playing a video switch or Twitch. Let's see. Boop. He's a dwarf. A dwarf VTuber. I understand that though, Bean. Sometimes you only have so many hex to give. I mean, I bet you could do it. I don't see any reason why you couldn't start trying. I've actually been here before, so I know where the Hive prison is. Yep. Okay. This is gonna be a fight. Probably. Certainly gonna do my best to make sure that it isn't a long one. Blessing. Use light. Yeah, the hive creatures seem to be cooperating, which is strange. Hey, buddy, friend or foe? I'm definitely a foe. Should have been a better guard. Come on, big guy. Ow. Fine then. That's right, you just be a big ass tree. Ow. Ruff. Bees! So many bees. That's easy enough to find. The operation was a moderate success. Prince Jaden is dead, but the Queen is suspicious that our fall guy isn't the one responsible. Please note for the record that I thought disguising him as a member of the Holy Mission was a stupid idea. I've heard he's run off into the desert after the murder. If you do find him, or he returns to the base, shoot him. We can't have loose ends running around who aren't fully committed to this plan. It might mean months before we're ready for our final strike. Our Lord does not believe our coup will succeed without either mass public support or the support of the majority of the army. We must redouble our efforts to make that happen. There's a lot resting on the soldier of our guys in the burnt outpost in Enmerkar. If they fail, they may end up being a lot of pressure on us out there. We need old Levant to get the message. We don't negotiate with them. Yeah, but what about the guy? There's a dude. I don't guess it really matters. Because he was just a... He was just a guy. Yeah. Screw it. I don't need to find whatever the hell that guy was about. Gobberry wine. I can feel that. Rage potion. In that case, it would be your fault. Because you didn't end up going to a place that you were basically hinted to go to. Levantine military. I remember there being a woman next to the mercenary trainer. I would imagine the king or queen would do it. So we'll head to the merc, talk to him, head to that woman, talk to her, then we'll go on in. Yeet. So, the hive creatures appear to be cooperating with whatever these things are. Pheromones, maybe? Like they're using some sort of substance to keep them under control and move them where they want to go? Or are they actually intelligent, is the question. I'm guessing they're probably intelligent because they seem to choose to prey on humans. Like a dead guy. What a Did you just forget to drink? Okay, maybe he got attacked by those freaking bugs. That's a possibility. The fire-spitting beetles. Speaking of the bugs, I liked going into the spot inside of the prison, like the hive section there, and seeing all those different types of bugs just kind of fighting and warring amongst each other. That was cool. And those little bombardier beetle-looking thingies, sort of beating up on the assassin bugs and other stuff was cool. Enter Levant.
Want to? Oh boy.
That. Those. Okay. The assassin bugs seem to
What
be the
can I do
weaker
for you?
versions, though. Like, they're not very good.
You have something about the murder of Prince Jaden. Don't just stand there, spill it. This is... I can't avoid this conclusion any longer. Based on what we've found, it seems like Prince Pietro has been plotting a coup.
Against King Simeon and Queen Calixa, that he masterminded the attack on Berg as well.
It's
Not to mention that he's been making use of that damn smuggler's tunnel under the slums that Baron Montgomery got built. We need to move on the pair of them.
Are you ready to go now?
Sure, let's do it.
We're gonna flush them out of that smuggler's tunnel. Come on, let's roll.
That's convenient. And is she going to be an actual character here that I have to defend? Or does she have souls level HP? So many notifications. Okay. Well, okay. Okay, we are going to eat something. Get some stamina moving. Clean up our lost HP. Get our stamina back up. Drink a potion. Might as well.
All right, we've blocked off the other exits. Keep your eyes peeled for Prince Pietro and the Baron.
Ah, okay. It's gonna be that. Touch.
Are you serious? Oh dear.
Yeah. No.
You'll never take me alive.
Okay. I couldn't move yet. Oh man, dude. You picked a fight that you could not. Oh man, I don't have my backpack on. It sure was a nice sword or axe and shield that you tried to kill me with. It's a shame you're such a. Oh man. That kind of got me. He was bad. He was bad at his job. I'll come back for these maybe. I'm happy I got to kill him. He seems like a shitter. I remember that place. I've explored down here, so 100% confirmed shitter. 1000% shitter. So she went. Wait a second. This was. She went this way. Hey. Hey, buddy. We're bad enemies. Did you know that? I knew that. And he wasn't even a cool shitter either. He was just garbage. Flat, gross, icky garbage. He didn't even put up a decent fight. Hey there, Trogs. How are you guys doing? I suppose I could release them and send them to fight whatever's down here. Go for it. Should be a button for it, Bendy Bean. Oh. I see you found the prince.
All right. I know when I'm... Do I look like I stand a chance against the two of you?
Yeah, you should be able to later. Is that it? You just give up?
Never. I won't let those who pledge their loyalty to me die for nothing.
I'd probably just stab him right there. Maybe not lethally, but at least in the leg.
My parents have grown soft.
Maybe just break his legs. You have to have somebody to put on trial.
My brother was too nosy. It was nothing personal. I won't resist. I'm not stupid.
Cool. Everything works out. I heard you killed Barrett Montgomery. He tripped and fell. Straight on the ground. Couldn't do anything about it. I don't know what happened.
Not happening.
Did we not just cooperate? Yep. Like, I didn't do anything to him. He tried to attack me, and then he hit himself. He swung that big axe that he obviously didn't know how to use.
How can I help you? Use your ears.
Okay.
Cyrene told us about your work bringing down Pietro's plot against us.
Can I have your shield?
An example must be made of him. That's what the firing squad is for.
Not to mention he was planning to kill us both. We raised him to be better than this.
This weighs on my mind. It appears he was putting pressure on many of our merchants as well.
Hey, thanks.
Okay. Rad.
Excellent.
I mean, sure. 4 whole gold bars. You're alright by me. Where's Prince Pietro so I can punch him in the mouth? Yee. Get all them tasty things. Where are you, Pietro? I want to punch you in the mouth. Come here. It'll only hurt for a couple hours. Bet you're just as much of a fighter as your Baron buddy. Ooh. I like price reductions. Boosh. Ba, 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 ba.
Listen,
I already have one of. Oh, this is nice. Ooh.
How can I help you?
Ectios. Delicious.
Can I help you?
Don't have much use for those right now. Don't really need all of those. Yeah, it should be fine. No. Okay. I think Cyrene gave me a Hackmanite too, didn't she? Delicious Berber.
You touch it, you buy it.
Powerful gun. Whoa. That gun is good. It better be. 2,000 gold? Silver? Night Night Bean, thank you for hanging out with us. That armor looks cool too. Thank you, Bean. Big stretch. This and these and stretch equals yawn. Bye, Bean. Okay, so I want to buy the pistol, that armor, that is going to be 3,000 gold. Do I have enough? And is it even worth it? Yeah, you're right. Okay. Okay, let's see how this armor looks then. I took that off by accident. Boop, boop. It's kind of done with the hat, but I'm pretty satisfied with it otherwise.
You touch it, you buy it.
Thought we were friends. I'm gonna lose a lot of resistances without the Entomber set, though. Resistance to ethereal there, though. Or if I can mix and match a little bit. That doesn't look too bad. Take off the hat. Okay, yeah, I can live with that. That's fine, though. I have the necessary boons and stuff to sort of deal with that sort of thing.
Listen.
Hmm.
How can I help you?
Yeet.
Yes.
Hmm. Aw, thank you for the 10 bits, Bendy Bean. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Bendy. I try to make them comfy. I'm glad that you are comfy, though, Alex. That makes me happy. Hmm. I wonder, do those boots kind of harshly clash? Because I think they do.
Yes.
If I'm gonna be spending money, I might as well spend money. I agree, Alex. Let's see what we might be able to do to fix that.
Listen. All right. All right.
Hmm. That kinda does too, but not as bad. That's kinda cool.
Listen. Want to buy something? What was that?
Alright. Vote, ladies and beans. Pathfinder boots. Wolf plate boots. Or the entomber shoes. Choose. It's true. Fashion bean. I think I will go with the Pathfinder ones.
Listen.
Yep. Okay. Mostly because they look okay with the set. It's not jarring.
Yes.
And it helps offset some of the lost protections and stuff. I like that hat. And until we find something better, I'm just gonna take a desert veil. Maybe I changed my mind. That looks kind of garbage. Yeet.
Yes.
No hat until we find a better hat. Okay. 321. Okay. So our next stop is going to be to get back to Elenara. Until that point, we're going to call it here. So, ladies and beans, I appreciate you for coming and visiting my little stream. It makes me happy to see you guys all here again. Alex, I am happy to see that you find the stream relaxing too. You can feel free to stop by anytime you want. You don't have to talk if you don't want to, or feel obligated to throw bits or anything my way. Thank you for the 100 bits, Bendy. I appreciate you. You're a very good bean. I'm also going to try and get some emotes for my subscribers to take advantage of as well. It'll be fun. Seriously, thank you guys for showing up. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you Monday. Yee.